not in the valley. Cool. That's good. Okay, so today we're talking about redefining Chinese tech ecosystem in multiple perspectives. So since we know and now is the best timing to review what has been changed during the past years. So the first question is about so out of this kind of to Hany, to Edith, and to Lilly, it's about what's the most impressive things during the past years happened in China or happened to this kind of the China tech startups in your mind in the past years? What the most thing you feel the most impressive? What the thing you feel the most impressive during the past years happening in China startups or China tech companies? Yeah.
So you're looking at me. Is this working? Is this on? Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me all right?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Exchange. All right. Any reporters here? I just want to make sure we're going to get quoted. I want to know about it. Any reporters?
I should disappear.
No. So one of the things that's most intriguing, and I think it's a myth that a lot of American entrepreneurs have, is this: there's no technology innovation in China. And being an investor in China for the last 13 years, our first investment in China was in November of 2000. I actually joined the board of a Chinese company speaking no Mandarin, still speaking no Mandarin. What I think I was impressed with initially was the level of entrepreneurship in China. But I'd say for the last 3 or 4 years, we've seen significant technology innovation. And not just random UI experiences or monetization experiences, which I think the Chinese have been much better than US entrepreneurs at. But it's raw technology. And the one company I'll point at is the company we recently took public on NASDAQ, a company called Douyin or YY. To be able to handle 50 million concurrent users using voice at the same time, to be able to handle hundreds of thousands of peak concurrent users in a single channel at the same time is impossible for any US company, let alone Chinese company, and YY has been able to do it. So to me, the biggest surprise and realization in Chinese entrepreneurship is the actual technical innovation that's happening in China.
The sort of tech-driven companies, right?
Yes.
Okay. Edith?
YY would definitely be one of my top, and in fact, I think definitely tons of myth in the past, and Chinese entrepreneurs or startups all copy about US. In fact, I think that now should be the other way around. For Right Ventures, just first off, just in case some of you may or may not know, we do see early stage, but really focus on platform as a service, which we're still having a hard time to find in China, and also particular mobile productivity apps. So that's what Right Venture focus on. But lately, I guess we really haven't invested anything in China per se, but what we've been noticing, for a company like YY, for example, there are companies similar to that, but I think they're far away. They actually should learn from what YY have done. Like little thing, not only from the technology point of view, but also from monetization. If you go into YY, what I think is brilliant is that they have this little button. It's like a flower, and it's just so simple. All of this is just that they're singing, and you want to give them flowers. It's just virtual goods. And they actually split the revenue with the person who produced the content. It's brilliant. Like why don't Ustream, or maybe Ustream is doing it, but Justin TV is doing things like this.
There's a singer, an amateur singer. I think she's in the Shenzhen province. She's making $50,000 US a month on the YY platform just by having a channel.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that worldwide.
Yeah, and also a couple other examples, I think, especially from a revenue, business model, and monetization. I think there's a lot of, because I think, with Silicon Valley, we have it's such a good environment, and most of the angels or, VCs expect that it's okay not to make money for a little while, but the Chinese entrepreneur, they're catching up. Like they literally, another good example I think would be a site called Lilly. It's sort of
another GDP portfolio.
Yeah, we should talk more. And they're monetizing so well. It's a much better. Actually, it's a little bit different. They're very focused on women, But they're basically Pinterest, but on steroid and making money.
Actually, Pinterest actually makes money.
They do? Okay.
Well, no,
All right.
not Pinterest, but Maybe Show makes money
Maybe Show
with a
is
model
doing
that
well.
is very similar to yours.
Yeah, and there's another one. This, I actually forgot the name.
Is it another GGB company?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's an entrepreneur that I met in Beijing, and what they're doing is, it's funny enough. So, providing like daily, there's a lot of mobile workers in China, right? So they move one place to another, and they will actually go and get construction work from this site on a daily basis, and anyway, so this is totally like
Uber for construction?
Yes, yes.
GoLauncher.
Probably. I forgot the name, but
There are a lot of this kind of things in Beijing and
it
Shanghai.
actually doesn't exist in the US. So in some way, I think it's definitely, interesting to think about. There's a lot of innovation, I think, especially around business model. From an engineering point of view, I think that, technology, like engineering, you can find, not like China here and all that, but there is a lot of very, very interesting business innovation happening that I'm actually very excited about China in general.
Interesting.
So, hello, this work? I'm tech support. So after working for 4 years in Shanghai, my feeling is that if you ask me what is the economy like in the last 4 years in China, I feel like it's like a tourism economy because a lot of low-hanging fruit, overflow the capital, everybody's copying, a lot of copycats. But I think that's come to the end. It's, if you look at China right now, if you look at the macro, it's a very youth-driven economy. By 2015, it's going to be 500 million of the Chinese are under age 30. And if you look at WeChat, one of my favorite app, I think they generate about 300 million of the user within 2 years. 400 million. 400 million within 2 years, and 47%, 74% of them are under age 20, which is amazing. And by working with entrepreneur locally, I can just see a lot of them grow at the very, very young. And if you have such a mass of the markets, the innovation had to come from within, had to come from them. So that's how I feel about it. And another shift I see mentally is a lot of the startup a lot of young people that I met before, they tend to look for investment banking job or work in the government. But now, all of a sudden, entrepreneurs become the sexiest job. A lot of people would like to be an entrepreneur after they graduate. So I think that's a a very positive change that I see. And I believe in the future it's going to be more.
Okay, just a question about Robin. So Robin is not a venture capitalist. He's actually an entrepreneur.
App developer.
An app developer. Okay, this is cool.
He's got a real job.
Yeah. So just wanted you to share something about still about change for the GoLauncher or for 3G portal and what has been changed during the past year. We know you just got some sort of like a very significant change in the past probably 3 years, right? 3 to 4 years. Okay. Just introduce a briefly about that.
We are a company just focus on the mobile for 9 years. It's really a long time for us. Almost the history of Chinese mobile industry. If you want to know about how about the developer of Chinese mobile industry, maybe study us as a case. You can study different stage of mobile industry from web, SP, then application, then now we go abroad, go out to sea, because we actually the company have a largest mobile portal in the mobile phone, just provide some information. But in 2008, we think we must develop several apps to provide our user. In that time, that's different mobile platform like Symbian, like Java, like WinCE. So every apps must run in the different platform. So we almost have more than 10 apps, like cover reading, music, live, all named GG series. GG because 3G portal, GG series apps. Then finally, in the 2009, the time change. Everybody knows what's happening because iOS and Android is coming. Symbian is the past. So we change our direction, drop some project. Even a project cost us 60 people 1 year. Name is Mobile Hut. Mobile Hut is what kind of apps it can run in the Symbian platform. Then change the Nokia phone to iOS to iMac. Even you can DIY own user interface. But cost 1 year to develop these apps. Just can run only in the Android Symbian. We finally do no publishing in the public market. Just drop the project because we must change it to the new platform. Oh, that is really a worst time for us because 1 year you put a lot of resources to develop, but you must drop it. But I think from now you see, in that time maybe is a better time of us from now because we put more effort in the Android. We develop GoLauncher, Go SMS, Go Contact, Go Dell, Go Weather, a lot of Go series apps in Android platform because we think we can do more product, more function in the Android better than iOS. Then we release the function step by step, one by one, insist to weekly update for 2 years. I remember the first time we launched the product in the Google Play, the ranking is 76. But the best record before is the 28 in North America, top 3. Yeah, behind us is Facebook, Twitter, others. Almost over 50 million users installed from the Google Play. So I think the lifetime we make the decision just find the largest user to use our product. So we launched the English version first, then looking for the overseas market, make us have a 70% user base out of China. So we be driven to the outside China to looking for the new opportunity to update our future localization here. So I think it's no success. It's just a better result right now. We must keep going, find a better, business model for a mobile, like have 30 million daily active user. How to get much more money is everyday daily work for us right now.
Yeah. That's